Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome UPCEA President and Brown University Dean, Karen Sibley.
That's so nice. I don't think you even need anything more. Just welcome Karen. She's back. Back again with more exciting things for us to go through. So welcome to a wonderful lunch. The food is great here and the service is fantastic. Is it not? A big hand for those folks. Really, really appreciate what the staff at this hotel has done for us. So I hope they can hear me and hear that appreciation being expressed. So here we are to enjoy another networking lunch, which is obviously happening because the buzz in this room is prolific, as it has been through the past couple of days. And we are also here to honor some folks who deserve our special recognition. This is a really important part of our program. It's an honor to receive one of these awards, but the more important thing to say is that it is amazing to arrive at that achievement, because it means that the individual or the team or the institution or the students or all of the above have done some truly amazing, groundbreaking work that all of us should listen to and learn from and benefit from. So I hope you'll stay with me and enjoy some of the presentations that we have for you. I know everyone stands to have a great opportunity to learn from the folks who are about to come before you. So I first, though, want to pause for a moment and say thank you and recognize some special folks who are in our audience. So pause if you have forks in hand and you're an international representative. If you are here with us from an international college or university, could you please stand and be recognized? We're so delighted that you joined us here at this event. All our international participants. Many, many thanks. We are so pleased that you joined us at this event, and we hope that you will, if you're not a regular attendee, that you will continue to join us. We benefit so substantially from hearing your perspectives on our work and learning about the work that you yourselves do. The other special group that I want to recognize is folks who have preceded me in this honorable role of serving as the president of this organization. There are many past presidents here with us today. You see their names on the screen now. So if you're a past president of this organization, would you please stand and be recognized? Thank you very much for your service and for making the job a lot easier for me. I hope you all noted Alex right in the middle. Alex, can you stand again for one moment? Sorry to interrupt your lunch. Alex is our longest standing member, most senior member of our profession. Such a stalwart for coming regularly to our meetings, and we've learned so much from you over the years. There's also a library at the Syracuse University that Alex created, and so we should know that that exists and that it's a point of reference for all of our work. So now we're going to move into the awards ceremony, and there will be a number of my colleagues who will have the honor today of introducing our award recipients. I have the honor of introducing the first award recipient, and this is for the Julius M. Nolte Award for Extraordinary Leadership. The Nolte Award is given to an individual in recognition of unusual and extraordinary contributions to the cause of continuing education on the regional, national, and international university level. This year's recipient is David Skyville. David is the Dean of Continuing Education, Outreach, and E-Learning at the University of Wisconsin Extension. He is responsible for statewide leadership and coordination of programs across all the 26 campuses of the University of Wisconsin, and he works with all of the Wisconsin system institutions to deliver credit and non-credit programs to more than 200,000 students annually. David developed highly innovative collaborative online degree programs at UW Extension, developing the first statewide portal for online education. He designed a model of higher education that is lower cost and more accessible by utilizing open courseware, mobile technologies, assessment technologies, and student tracking technologies. His adeptness at working across different campuses, each with their own governing structures, Imagine the potential strangulation we heard about this morning in there. But he overcame that, led to the formation of a strong relationship and excellent networks there. Through these channels, he's cultivated a unique program, the UW Flexible Option, which blends existing university infrastructure with innovative pathways to make academic success easier for adult students. In his nomination for the award, one colleague described David's contribution to higher education as monumental. Another wrote that David's is one of the most bold and forward-thinking leaders in our field. As the UW Extension Division is not a typical university continuing education unit, David's not a typical continuing education dean. In addition to his sizable responsibilities to the university, he has dedicated ample time to the association, this association, by serving in several leadership roles. In 2012, he was the chair of the annual conference planning committee, and he currently serves as a UPCEA board member. David has been selected as president-elect of the association. So I'm very honored, David, to ask you to come up and receive this award.
Thank you all very, very much. Amy told me you have 2 minutes, so I'm going to be very brief. There's just a couple of people that I'd really like to thank. First, I want to thank my lifelong partner and better half, Judy Richardson. She's here and made the trek. And I also really want to thank Faye Lesht. Faye and I have been colleagues since the late 90s. Faye nominated me for this award. And she's been just an incredible supporter, and I really, really appreciate it. So thank you, Faye. I also want to thank Jim Schaefer, who wrote one of the support letters. I was truly moved by all the support letters, and Jim's was wonderful. And I told Jim that from now on, every time I see him, I will hug him. So, Jim. Just the other folks who, they're not here today, who nominated me, but I really, the letters were truly moving. Ray Cross, our assistant president, Aaron Brower, our interim chancellor, Bill Sullivan, my old friend from University of Illinois, and Roby Brannon, my associate dean. Finally, I want to really say thanks to the awards committee, to Karen and the other leadership in UPCEA, and I really want to thank all of you, because this organization is only as good as its members, and I'm really grateful. So thank you very much.
Oh, look. So truly, as we say, nothing is final, and David is certainly not done. So all of you who are interested in innovation, keep watching this man, because he keeps doing amazing things, and there will be more to come. Next, I have the honor to welcome to the stage my good friend, Pat Butler-Loughran, who's going to present the next award. Stole the thunder.
And I get the honor.
Yes, you get the next one. The serious one.
Good afternoon. I'm Pat Butler-Loughran, and it is my honor, my pleasure, to be presenting the Walton S. Bittner Service Citation for Outstanding Service at UPCEA. This award expresses appreciation to a member for outstanding service for continuing education at his or her institution and service of major significance to UPCEA. This year's recipient, as you heard, is Alice Warren, Vice Provost for Continuing Education at North Carolina State University. Now, we are all benefiting today from Alice's hard work. She is the chair of this year's annual conference, so certainly each and every one of us sitting here already knows the good work that she's doing, but a little more about her. She's been a valued leader and dedicated spokesperson for UPCEA for many years. In addition to multiple leadership roles at UPCEA South, she currently is leadership on networks of outreach engagement and economic development and leadership and strategy. She also serves on the board of directors. Last October, she was recognized during the UPCEA South Conference for outstanding service to continuing education. Alice is a tireless advocate for groups and individuals that are served by North Carolina State's continuing education programs, as well as faculty and staff who deliver them. Alice's experience and vision have allowed North Carolina State and UPCEA to make great strides to her service to each organization. Please welcome Alice.
Wow, quite an honor. I am so humbled by this recognition. You might hear a little emotion in my voice, but it's been a wonderful journey for me. This association has done so much for me professionally and personally, and there are so many of you to thank. I would not even begin to start naming everybody because I would forget somebody. But my colleagues back home at NC State support me every day. They are the ones that advanced my nomination, and I just encourage you all to get involved with this group, get into volunteer roles and start to serve, because it will mean and touch you in the way that you're hearing it in my voice today. I would not trade this for anything in the world, and it's been a labor of love. And I continue to find ways to stay engaged and help and mentor my colleagues and watch their growth and just reap the benefits from it all. So thank you and good luck and enjoy the rest of the conference. Thank you.
And next, would Guy Felder come to the stage? Is that right? Yes.
Hi, I'm Guy Felder, and it's my pleasure to present the Adelle F. Robertson Emerging Professional Continuing Educator Award. This award recognizes the scholarship, leadership, and contributions to the profession of a person who has entered the continuing online and professional education field in the past 5 to 10 years. The recipient of this year's award is Jessica Rafter of the University of Virginia School of Professional Studies. Jessica's sharp mind, patience, persistence, and willingness to embrace new challenges are among the qualities that make her the ideal recipient of this award. These qualities enabled her to succeed despite some daunting circumstances. Jessica's early successes are marked by her development of data-based approaches to the challenges faced by the school. Her work inspired greater and greater confidence from the leadership at her institution, resulted in moving the entire program review process under her unit. In the wake of the departure of her boss, Jessica began working to fill the leadership vacuum. She diligently worked to gain expertise, accurately prioritized, and produced results. She earned the trust and respect of her colleagues and the senior leadership team, enough so to be appointed to lead the research and planning unit at the school. Jessica's contributions since her appointment to this position have been numerous and significant. Please join me in congratulating Jessica.
I decided what I was going to say about 20 seconds ago, so I will keep it simple. And it's been repeated already multiple times. And when you are awarded something like this, you're only as good as your colleagues, and they're ultimately the ones that have gotten you to the point where you are. So I just like to thank my colleagues for allowing me to achieve and nominating me for the award, and UPCEA for awarding me it. It's a lot of awards in that sentence, but thank you. We'd keep it really short.
Stephanie Platterer, would you join me on the podium?
Oh, yay.
Hello, everyone. Ooh, those lights are bright. I am really pleased to be here today to announce the recipient of the Dorothy Durkin Award for Strategic Innovation in Marketing and Enrollment Management. This award recognizes an individual for achievement in strategic planning, marketing innovation, and enrollment management success. And this is the second year of this award, so I'm really pleased to keep this momentum going with a great recipient. This year's recipient is Anna Behar-Russell, Director of Marketing, Communications, and Outreach at the College of Continuing and Professional Education at California State University, Long Beach. And that's even longer than my title. Anna was in the role of marketing manager for more than 10 years when she was recently appointed as Director of Marketing, Communications, and Outreach. And this was after she was competing in a national search for this position. With her professional strengths, in addition to her natural creative talents, it is no surprise that this committee selected Anna to win this award. She is a dynamic manager with boundless dedication to improving her knowledge and skills, using innovative approaches to every aspect of strategic planning and administration. She develops and implements marketing plans for a range of programs, including 12-degree programs, more than 30 certificate programs, numerous individual courses, and a large international vision. So that's quite a portfolio. The Continuing Education Unit at California State University, Long Beach is one of the largest in the state system, and the College of Continuing and Professional Education's marketing efforts span every type of media and rely heavily on data for decision making. She has leveraged social media, search engine optimization techniques, and content marketing to improve the visibility for the college. So the bottom line is that she has had a dramatic effect on the success of the academic programs at her institution. So congratulations, Anna.
Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to thank UPCEA for this honor. Dorothy Durkin's important and lasting contribution looms large amongst the marketing, enrollment, and student services network. She was a visionary with a keen sense of future trends, emerging markets, and innovative formats. And while I didn't have the privilege of knowing her personally, I have one of the books she wrote, and it has been a great guide and resource for me over the years. Continuing education is one of those career paths that has the distinction of being something you fall into rather than aspire to. And I'm so glad I fell into it. I'm pretty sure that most of us didn't say, I think I'd like to be in continuing education when I grow up. I actually wanted to be in musical theater, and as you can see, that didn't work out. But it's okay, because marketing's a lot like musical theater. We do some singing, some dancing, a little soft shoe, and jazz hands to get people's attention. But we're also storytellers. And I believe that storytelling is one of the most important aspects of our job as a marketer. As my team and I gather content for our college's blog, annual report, and social media channels, we get to interview and photograph students and alumni and learn about their lives in positive ways and how we've transformed their lives. A promotion, a new career, the satisfaction of a degree started long ago. These real stories have moved me and informed my daily work and how I feel about what I do. On the most challenging days at work, these stories sustain me and remind me that when there are so many campaigns and deadlines that my head is spinning, at the end of the day, it's all worth it. Education is powerful and transformative, and I am so proud to be a small part of the greater whole. You can't do good work without a great team, and I am so fortunate to have a great team of passionate, creative, quirky, and dedicated people that I'm proud to work with. I share this honor with them. Thanks to my Dean, Jeet Joshi, for his support and leadership, and to my CSULB colleagues here today, go Beach.
And now, Ann Hines, could you join me?
Good afternoon. Yeah, wow. Whew, it is bright. It's my privilege to present the Phillip E. Frandson Award for Literature to Professor Stephen Brookfield. This award was named in honor of the late Philip Frandson, a former continuing education dean at UCLA, who also served as president of UPCEA in 1977. This award recognizes excellence in literature that is important to the theory or practice of continuing higher education. I want to acknowledge and thank my committee members who reviewed books over the winter holiday, about 7 of them, and then worked together to select this year's recipient. They included Clark Hickman from the University of Missouri, Charlie Junkerman from Stanford, Judith Potter from McGill University, and Dan Shannon from the University of Chicago. Today we honor Professor Brookfield and his book, Powerful Techniques for Teaching Adults. This book is written chiefly for practitioners, and it's an important book that squarely addresses the power dynamic when adults are the learners. Stephen's book is conversational in tone and is directly relevant to our field. He provides useful examples and techniques for enhancing learning in both face-to-face and online courses. Since beginning his teaching career in 1970, Stephen has worked in England, Canada, Australia, US, a number of countries, teaching in a variety of college settings. Currently, he holds the John Ireland Endowed Chair at the University of St. Thomas in Minnesota. He has written, co-written, or edited 16 books on adult learning, teaching, critical thinking, and discussion methods. After lunch, Stephen will be giving a presentation about the ideas and techniques raised in his book. I hope you can attend. I think it'll be terrific. And don't forget to ask him about his punk surf band, the 99ers. Please join me in congratulating Professor Stephen Brookfield.
So if we could bring up the PowerPoint for my acceptance speech. Just kidding. In 1974, I got my first continuing ed job, and my then head of department told me, don't go into continuing education because you'll be a glorified clerk for the rest of your life, and it's a dead-end occupation. So I really wish he could be here today. So I want to thank UPCEA, I want to thank the members of the committee for giving me this award. When your peers recognize your work, it's just the most satisfying thing professionally that can happen. So I hope to see some of you in a few minutes in the Jasmina room where I will talk about the book. And again, thank you, UPCEA, very much for this wonderful award.
Now, if I could invite B. Gonzalez to come up.
Buenas tardes. Joining me and helping to recognize this year's recipient of the Leadership in Diversity Award is the committee chair, Rita Sims Smith.
All right, Leadership in Diversity Award. It recognizes an individual or program representing best practices in promoting the educational success of diverse students. The recipient of this year's award is the Tribal Temporary Assistance for Needy Families Professional Development Program at the University of California, Davis.
The mission of this program is to serve and strengthen tribal human services through training, organizational and program development, consultation, teaching assistance, professional development, and culturally relevant case management practices. UC Davis offers these services to help Native American tribes build staff skills and deliver appropriate services to foster the creation of healthy, culturally connected, and self-sufficient families and communities. After nearly a decade of working with tribal human services agencies and the Tribal TANF programs, the Tribal TANF Professional Development Program at UC Davis has served more than 90% of the Tribal TANF programs nationally. Hundreds of customized, culturally relevant trainings have been offered on topics including motivational interviewing or substance abuse, abusing clients, and creative work participation activities. With thousands of individuals participating in the programs, thousands more clients have been served. The program has been a leader in the development and growth of the Tribal TANF programs nationally. Please join us in congratulating Dean Dennis Pendleton of UC Davis Extension.
Well, I see what you mean about the lights. Everyone has said this. I want to thank UPCEA and the awards committee for this recognition. I am delighted to be here to represent my colleagues at UC Davis Extension who created the Tribal TANF program and put their heart and energy and passion into working on this program every day. They couldn't be here today, but I know they are very, very pleased to be acknowledged in this way. This program is about promoting the health and well-being and resilience of tribal communities. I was going to tell you something about the program, but Bea and Rita have given you some sense of what the program is all about. It's a Temporary Assistance for Needy Families is a federal program that a little bit more than half of the 566 federally recognized tribes are a part of the TANF program. And this program at UC Davis Extension began with one tribe in 2005, tribe in the Sacramento region, and the work that they did, and let me just say, I think the principal reason for the success of this program and the resilience and sustainability of this program has been that it really is a partnership. The staff of our unit are truly engaged with the tribes in mutually developing these programs and in creating programs that really address the key needs of the tribes. And I think that's really the reason for the success. And Bea and Rita talked a little bit about the scope, but I will say the scope of this program is that 275 of the 299 tribes that are a part of the TANF program have been now served by this program and are partners in one way or another with us. And we're looking for and in 16 different states. So we're looking for a long life for this program. I think it's a value-added program. Thank you so much for this award.
Debbie Hagenmeyer, could you come forward?
The UPCEA Outstanding Continuing Education Student Award for Credit honors a non-traditional student who is enrolled in a credit program at a UPCEA member institution for achievement of excellence in pursuit of continuing education. This year's recipient is Michael Feingold of Kansas State University. As an injured veteran and active reservist, Michael has never let adversity interfere with achieving his academic goals. His tenacity and positive attitude are a true testament to his character and commitment to education. Michael pursued his degree in food science at Kansas State University, taking organic chemistry while concurrently finishing his culinary arts degree and working 50 to 60 hours a week in the physically demanding environment of a commercial kitchen. During this time, he was also an active reservist. As a former Marine, he endured grave injury to his spine and shoulder that resulted in surgery. His recovery was supervised by his then pregnant wife. With dedication and a positive attitude, Michael worked through these challenges while continuing to take classes. As a non-traditional student with military service, he offered a unique perspective to the classroom and served as an inspiration to fellow students. He was awarded the Extraordinary Student Award from Kansas State University, which acknowledges a student who overcomes unusual obstacles to succeed in their educational pursuits. The UPCEA Awards Committee was also impressed by Michael, and we honor him and his accomplishments. And we found out today, visiting with Michael, that he will be featured on a future cover of an upcoming issue of GI Jobs. Congratulations to Michael.
So, that's right. Well, once a Marine, always a Marine. There's no such thing as a former Marine. I don't know. But thank you very much for this award. I'm a very humble person. Don't get emotional, so thank you. And I want to thank Kansas State for having such an incredible program. And obviously my wife can't be here today, who, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be able to follow my dreams. And I just want to thank all the universities and colleges that I don't think anything I've done has been extraordinary. I think the path I've gone is pretty representative of my demographic. After 12 years of war, you know, we're my generation and my peers are trying to get on with their life and figure out what they want to do. So I want to thank all the universities that have a program that caters and understands the unique complications that come with veterans who come back physically hurt, mentally hurt, or just try to transition from career and balancing their life, career change. And after 12 years of war, you just can't turn it off. So thank you for this award, and that's all I have.
I told you the awards were special, right? They're really special. Beth Lavis, would you come up?
I have to follow that. Okay. Hi, my name is Beth Lavis. I'm with Western Kentucky University, and I have had the privilege to chair the awards committee this year. And as you can see, we have had some absolutely fabulous nominations, and the recipients have just been phenomenal. So it has been a joy to serve on this committee. Before I introduce the last of our award recipients, I'd like to recognize my committee. If you're here, I'd love for you to stand up. Greg Trudeau, Faye Lesht, James Campbell, Terry Nagel, Fred Holman, Carl Stevens, and our past chair, Alice Warren, Rick Cook, and then Ann Hines are our directors at large that also helped with us. And also, if you were on a network subcommittee that also reviewed nominations with your network, if you could stand and be recognized. Come on, guys. Excellent. I encourage you to get involved through your networks. The associate chairs for awards served on this committee, and we have really enjoyed this. We've worked hard this year, but the results have been phenomenal. So I'd love to introduce the UPCEA Excellence in Teaching Award today. UPCEA Excellence in Teaching Award is presented to individuals who have provided outstanding teaching, course development, mentoring of students, and service to continuing education. This year's recipient is Brad Hatfield from the Berklee College of Music. Brad has been teaching with Berklee College of Music's online extension school, Berklee Online, since 2009. He's the author and instructor of 2 of its courses, Songwriting for Film and TV, and Music Supervision, the latter of which received the Distinguished College Course Award from UPCEA in 2012. He's also an Emmy Award-winning composer and performs regularly with the Boston Symphony Orchestra. His ability to engage students and create a community online is one of his most outstanding traits. Brad can make students feel comfortable interacting with each other, which enhances the learning experience exponentially and improves student retention. He excels at creating a supportive and nurturing online community where learning is fun and engaging. Students consistently give Brad the highest of evaluations and comments, in particular on how quickly and fully he responds to their questions and assignment submissions. In addition to providing text feedback on assignments, he records personalized audio and video messages filled with constructive advice and encouragement. He sets up individual Skype sessions with students when they need extra help or guidance. Those who nominated Brad explain that he always goes the extra yard, and his down-to-earth, approachable nature puts students at ease. They know they are respected, and they know he wants them to learn and succeed. The quality of the coursework, the innovative teaching methods, and the unquestionable dedication are all elements that make up excellence in teaching. UPCEA is thrilled to be able to acknowledge the great talent of this outstanding instructor. So we'd love to recognize Brad Hatfield.
I've got good news and I've got bad news. The good news is I'm the last award. The bad news, I'm going to use every second of my 2 minutes. As others have said, it really is the team that's behind you that helps you do your job. I would sort of equate it to trying to run in the Olympics with a steel ball tied to your legs when you don't have the support that you need. I'm really thrilled. My team at Berklee Online, Boryana Alexiev, Karen Nurnberg, and Debbie Cavalier. Does anybody know Debbie Cavalier here? I'm telling you, this is something right there. Debbie's a visionary, and she acts, she takes risks, calculated risks, but risks, and allows folks like myself to put together things that are engaging, that do work out. And you really need that sort of fleet-of-foot ability to maneuver. I'm so happy to have been working with them. It's been a big part of any success that I've had as an educator. I am going to tell a story. It's not going to be that bad. Hopefully it's going to be engaging. But before we do that, I just have to ask you, and you can simply reply by amen if it makes sense to you, but would you agree that the jobs that we do are not easy? Amen. Yeah. Would you say that we're not going to get rich doing them? Amen. I think we're in agreement. But would you agree that we all do bring opportunity to people? Amen. Yes. All right. So that's the good part that we run on, I think. So here's the sort of full circle that I would have never expected. The gentleman that I heard on the opening breakfast told a story about being surprised to be addressing folks. I'm very surprised to be addressing you with this honor. But about 9 years ago, after a very long career and still continuing on as a professional musician, composer, songwriter, and things are going quite well, but I thought, well, I'm kind of getting to that point. I should think about teaching again. I used to teach at this institution 20 years ago. I didn't have a degree, but it was very practical. What I was doing there, they knew what I did was going well, and that I would learn to teach, and so I was doing it. Then I took a 20-year leave of absence while I went out and worked and did quite well. I decided I want to get back into education, but I have no degree. I apply for jobs at an institution. I keep becoming the finalist. Everybody's on the committee is like, this is the guy, but none of those jobs happened. And this happened about 4 or 5 times. People were literally walking the hallways going, what is going on? So the last one that I was going to go pick up my scores from, and the gentleman who did not hire me said, yeah, it's just, no degree. I said, all right, I'm going to get my master's degree. I'm going to figure this out. And he goes, really? At age 52, you're going to get your master's degree? By the time you get that, it'll be time to retire. And I said, oh, really? I was feeling confident. Then I walked out and go, how am I going to do this? That's where you folks come in. That's what the programs that you develop, endorse, and encourage people to get involved with. In Boston is Cambridge College, very diverse college with master's degree programs as well as undergraduate. And I could take a Master's of Management course there, 55 credits, because I had no undergrad. So amongst all the other things that I was doing at the time, it was 2 years of full-time study. So my family had to put up with me being on the couch reading and typing and going to classes on Tuesdays, blowing off Boston Pops gigs because I had to go to a workshop. But I did it, and I made it through. We're getting to the end of the story. And it is a success. At the other end of the story is me getting a diploma, and immediately Northeastern and Berklee College of Music sort of going head-to-head about who's going to get Brad Hatfield now that he's got that paper. And Northeastern did win, by the way. Are you out there, Northeastern? Nobody from Northeastern here? They're just being quiet, as they often are. Okay. That's all right. We'll give you a chance to cheer later. But the bottom line is, I'm at Northeastern. I'm full-time there. I'm also at Berklee teaching online in the classroom. And I'm really excited about what's going on. And the whole thing is that it's come full circle. And who really got this award? You people got this award because I'm living proof of what you're doing works. So thank you very much. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you all. So in conclusion, I just want to once again thank Beth and the committee that made this possible. I want to remind all of you that there are marvelous service opportunities scattered throughout this organization, and being on the awards committee is one of the best, because not only do you read the winners, you read all of the nominees, and they're all good. The committee has many, many challenges in getting through the awards. So they're all good. It's a great committee to serve on, as are all of the other committees. So seek people out and get yourself on one of these committees. I also want to send a special thanks to Candace Gilligan, who helped tremendously here today. You can't do anything in this kind of spotlight without help like that. So thank you, Candace, and the Washington office staff for being here to support us. And finally, just before you finish enjoying your dessert and take a break, I want to ask all of the award recipients from this morning and from this afternoon, if you received an award from this organization, please stand and let us recognize you one more time.